When did you realize some people have zero empathy? I found out when my new neighbor declared war on my sick daughter's magical night garden. My 7-year-old daughter Lily has a rare skin condition. To put it simply, the sun hurts her. She can only play outside in the deep twilight, just as the last bits of sun disappear. Because of this, her world was mostly indoors. To give her a little piece of magic that was just hers, we built a special garden in our backyard. It was a moon garden filled with flowers like moonflowers and evening primrose that only bloomed at night. We strung up soft, twinkling fairy lights, and for an hour or so each evening, Lily could be a normal kid in her enchanted space. It was the one thing that brought her pure joy. Then, Mr. Henderson moved in next door. At first, he seemed fine, just a quiet, grumpy-looking man. About a week after he moved in, he installed a security light on the side of his garage. But this wasn't a normal light. It was a commercial-grade stadium-style floodlight, a miniature sun. When he turned it on that first night, it blasted our entire backyard with harsh blue-white light, completely washing out the fairy lights and bleaching the grass. I walked over the next day and knocked on his door. I explained very politely about Lily's condition and her special garden. I asked if he might consider angling the light downwards so it only covered his property. He just stared at me. "It's for my security," he said flatly. "I need to see my whole property line." I tried again, my voice gentle. "I understand, but it's just so bright. It's ruining my daughter's only safe place to play." He actually scoffed. "Not my problem. Your kid needs to toughen up. The world's a bright place." Then he closed the door in my face. The effect was immediate and devastating. The harsh light never turned off, running from dusk until dawn. Lily's moonflowers, which needed darkness to open, stayed tightly shut, then began to wilt. She would just stand at her window, tears in her eyes, watching her magical garden die. The light was so powerful it even cut through her blackout curtains, making it hard for her to sleep. My heart broke every single night. I tried everything. I called the city, hoping to file a nuisance complaint. They sent an officer out who measured the light. Mr. Henderson had done his research. The light was exactly 1 lumen under the legal limit to be considered a violation. It was completely legal. I even saw him watching from his window as the officer explained this to me, a smug little smirk on his face. He was enjoying this. He was enjoying taking away a sick little girl's only happiness. For 2 weeks, I felt utterly helpless. I was looking out the window at the wilting flowers and my daughter's sad face, and then I saw my own reflection in the glass, the reflection of the light. And that's when the idea sparked. It wasn't about fighting the light, it was about redirecting it. That Saturday, I went to a specialty hardware store. I didn't buy fences or trees. I bought 3 huge 4x8-foot sheets of polished mirror acrylic, the kind they use for dance studios. I also bought lumber, heavy-duty locking wheels, and a box of screws. My wife thought I was losing my mind as I spent the entire weekend in the garage, measuring, sawing, and building. I constructed 3 tall, sturdy panels on wheels, each one a giant, movable mirror. That night, his floodlight clicked on at dusk, as usual, bathing our yard in that horrible glare. I said nothing. I just calmly wheeled my 3 mirror panels out onto the patio. The only sound was the soft rumble of the wheels on the stone. I took my time, carefully positioning each one. I angled the first one, then the second, then the third, until they were perfectly aligned. The effect was instant and glorious. And his massive floodlight hit my mirrors and was reflected back as a concentrated, blinding beam of light aimed directly at the side of his house, specifically into his living room and bedroom windows. It was his own light, weaponized and sent right back to him, 10 times brighter. It took less than 5 minutes. His miniature sun went out. Our backyard was plunged into wonderful, peaceful darkness. For the first time in weeks, the fairy lights twinkled. A moment later, my phone rang. It was him, screaming, absolutely incoherent with rage about how he couldn't see his TV and how I was blinding him. I let him yell for a full minute. When he finally stopped to take a breath, I said, in the calmest, most polite voice I could manage, "Not my problem." And then I hung up. The next morning, I saw him on a ladder, quietly angling his giant light so it pointed straight down, only onto his own driveway. That evening, for the first time in a month, 2 of Lily's moonflowers bloomed.